Hello and welcome back. Well, students, in today's class, we'll do hydrogen spectrum. As I taught you in the last class, and I told you this thing also in the last video, that today we'll be doing hydrogen spectrum. So we'll see what is hydrogen spectrum. Hydrogen spectrum is basically emission spectrum. It is emission spectrum. Some of your concepts regarding atom or the structure of atom will also get cleared here. What happens when we supply energy to a hydrogen atom? Well, a hydrogen has got an electron in the first shell. That electron will absorb energy and it will jump to the higher energy level. That is absorption. Now, when this electron moves back from higher energy level to lower energy level, it gives out energy. The energy which it gives out gives a certain pattern of lines. That also I am going to show you. That is emission line spectrum of hydrogen, and it is characteristic of hydrogen. If you could remember, in the second video, I told you one thing, that this emission line spectrum which we get is characteristic of an atom. It is characteristic of an element. The emission line spectrum which is given by hydrogen is not given by any other element. So when the radiation it is coming from sun and we get a arrangement of lines, and if we compare that arrangement of lines with that of different elements present on planet Earth, it matches exactly with that of hydrogen. So we conclude that sun largely contains hydrogen gas. So what is this hydrogen spectrum? Well, suppose I consider that here somewhere I have got a nucleus, and this is the first shell of hydrogen I have got. If this is the first shell of hydrogen, then where is the second shell? Suppose here I have got the second shell. Where is the third shell? Third shell, say I got here. Now fourth shell. Now fifth shell. Sixth shell. I told you this thing, that in hydrogen we have electron in the first shell. That does not mean that hydrogen has only one shell. It has got infinite shells. And as you move away from the nucleus, see these shells, they are not equidistanced. As you move away from the nucleus, the distance between these shells keeps on decreasing. The energy gap between these shells keeps on decreasing. So if you've got 6 here, then somewhere very close to 6, you'll have the 7th shell also. Likewise. And you got a shell which is far off from the nucleus, we'll write it infinite shell. If I have got an electron in the first shell and I supply energy to that electron can jump to any of the shell. Now suppose this electron has gained energy and from first shell it has jumped to the 7th shell. It has come to the 7th shell. It has absorbed energy and it has come to the 7th shell. Now what about moving back? When this electron, it has to move back under the influence of its nuclear attraction, it can do different jumps. What it can do, it can straight away come back to the first shell, or it can come back to the second, or it can come back to the third. Now suppose our electron which was in the first shell has jumped to any of the shell. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, any of the shell. If I have supplied some energy, the electron from the first shell is jumping to any of the shell, higher energy level. But when it comes on to moving back, it is coming back to the first shell. Straight away it is coming back to the first shell. So to the first shell, it can come from 7th, it can come from 6th, it can come from 5th, it can come from 4th, 3rd, or from 2nd also. It will give out large amount of energy. The energy which is given out in this case is known as Lyman series. High amount of energy is given out. So this Lyman series is always in ultraviolet region. Large amount of energy is given out because the gap between the first and the second shell is very large. So when electron is moving back to the first shell, that means it is giving out very high amount of energy. And that energy lies in the Lyman series. It is in ultraviolet radiation. Now suppose the electron which has jumped from first shell, it has gone to any of the shell, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth, any of the shell. But when it comes on to coming back, it is not coming back to the first shell. It is coming back to the second shell. Second shell, it can come from where? It can come from, say, seventh shell. It can come back from the sixth shell. It can come back from the fifth shell, from the fourth shell, from the third shell. In this case, the radiation which is given out will have slightly lesser energy because this much energy is lesser. It will give out lesser amount of energy. And the series is known as Balmer series. Balmer series has got a lesser energy than Lyman. So lesser energy than ultraviolet is visible. So Balmer lies in visible region. When in Lyman you can see, in Lyman N1, just a second. In Lyman, N1 is 1, whereas N2 is 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. Likewise, if I talk about Balmer series, for Balmer series, the electron is coming back to the second shell. So N1 is 2, and N2 is 3, 4, 5, 6, anything like that. So in this case, in Balmer series, the electron is coming back to the second shell. So N1 is 2 and N2 can be more than 2. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, anything. Now again, one more possibility. The electron has jumped from the first shell, but neither it is coming to the first or to the second. It is coming back to the third shell. Third shell, it can come from the seventh shell, from the sixth shell, from the fifth shell, from the fourth shell. The energy which is given out in this case comprise Paschen series. For Paschen series, since energy is still lesser than Balmer, it is not in even in visible region, it is in infrared region. For Paschen series, N1 is 3 and N2 higher energy level can be more than 3. That is what? 4, 5, 6, 7, anything like that. So in hydrogen atom, the electron is jumping from the first shell to a higher energy level. If it is coming back straight away to the first shell, we call it Lyman. If it is coming back to the second shell, we call it Balmer. If it is coming back to the third shell, we call it Paschen series. Here we can see. So you can see that the electron, when it is coming back to the first shell, that is Lyman series. This one is a Lyman series. Then you have Balmer series. N2 is 2, that is Balmer series. N1 is 2, then it is Balmer series. Then you have Paschen, Brackett, Pfund and Humphrey series. So it moves exactly like this. For Lyman series, N1 is 1 and N2 is more than 1, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Balmer series, N1 is 2 and N2 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For Paschen, N1 is 3 because it is coming back to the third shell. So N2 is more than 3, that is 4, 5, 6, 7. If we talk about energy, the energy of Lyman series is very high. This is Lyman. So it is in ultraviolet region. Balmer is slightly lesser, that is in visible region. Paschen is still lesser, that is in infrared region. After Paschen, we have Brackett. So from 7th to 4th, 6th, 5th, this series is Brackett series. For Brackett, N1 is 4 and N2 is more than 4. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. That again lies in infrared region. So Lyman is UV, then Balmer is visible, Paschen, Brackett, infrared. Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, then you have Pfund series. For Pfund series, N1 is 5, N2 can be 7, 6, anything like that. So here at fifth you will have P Fund. For P Fund series, N1 is 5 and N2 is more than 5. That can be 6, 7, 8, anything like that. And it is also in infrared region. So by now you have Lehman series, Balmer series, Bastian series, bracket, P Fund. After P Fund, there is one more series which is not given in your textbook, that is Humphrey. For Humphrey series, N1 is 6. The electron has jumped to any of the shell, but when it comes on to moving back, it is coming back to the sixth shell. Humphrey. For Humphrey, N1 is 6 and N2 is more than 6. That is 7, 8, 9, something like this. So this is what hydrogen spectrum is. Electron was present in the first shell, that has gained energy, that has jumped from the first shell to any of the shell. And if it is coming back to the first shell, it will lose a large amount of energy that lies in the Lehman series, and it is, since very high energy, it is in ultraviolet region. If the electron is coming back to the second shell, then N1 is 2 and N2 is more than 2. N2 is more than 2. Then it is Balmer series. It has got slightly lesser energy than UV, that is visible. If the electron is neither coming to the first or the second shell, it is coming back to the third shell. We call it Bastian series. For Bastian series, N1 is 3 and N2 is 4, 5, 6, 7, anything like that. It is in infrared region, lesser than visible. If electron is coming back to the fourth shell from any of the shell, then N1 is 4 and N2 is more than 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, anything like that. That is bracket. More than bracket, you have P Fund and Humphrey with N1 value 5 and 6 respectively. And they all are in infrared region. Well, here I would like to tell you one thing, that every single transition, suppose it is moving back from 7 to first. Kindly remember this thing, when electron is moving back from 7th to first, suppose I have got a photographic film here. And I am talking about Lehman series. Lehman series. The electron is moving back from 7th to 1st. So it will lose energy and that energy will put its imprint on the photographic film. Likewise, when it is moving from 6th to 1st, you'll get one more line. So you'll get some lines over here. That is line spectrum. We can easily calculate these number of lines. Number of lines, कौन सा line? Emission. Number of emission lines is always equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. So by this formula you can easily calculate the number of spectral lines you'll get. I'll show you one for that. Now in this case, electrons, they are moving back to the first shell. That means we are talking about the Lehman series. When the electron is coming from the second to the first, it will impart a line. When it is coming from third to first, another line. When it is coming back from fourth to first, another line. As I told you one thing, you may remember that as we are moving away from the nucleus, the energy gap between these shells is decreasing. So the gapping between these lines is also decreasing. The gap between the first and the second line is very large because the energy gap between second and third shell is big. As you move ahead, this energy gap decreases, so you'll get a clusters of line. So this is what Lehman series is. Likewise, if you talk about Balmer series, in Balmer series, the electron, they come to the second shell from third, fourth, fifth. But there is an energy gap between the first and the second, so you will have this energy gap between Lehman and Balmer. Balmer, as I told you, it lies in the visible, so you'll get a Vibgyor over here. After Balmer, we'll move on to the Bastian, then bracket, P Fund, likewise you'll get. So this is line spectrum of hydrogen atom. And this is how you can calculate the number of those spectral lines. I've already taught you how to calculate the wavelength and energy of those spectrums or those electromagnetic radiations which are coming out. In the last video we did that. That's all for this video. Thanks for joining. Thanks a lot.